Right. G'day everyone. It's Jack here, one half of the You Like That podcast, and Jesus Christ, here we are. The Spider-Man No Way Home trailer was released today. The teaser trailer. That means there's a better, longer trailer coming later. The internet absolutely set itself on fire yesterday with a leak video. Someone filming another phone with phone footage of an unfinished trailer or something. I didn't watch it because I was just like, obviously they're going to release the trailer tomorrow then. Posted on Instagram, I'm just humble brag by the way, posted on Instagram yesterday morning before the leaks happened that I had a feeling that today was going to be the trailer day, and I was fucking right. So, I know everything there is to know about movies and especially Spider-Man. Thank you to whoever leaked that video, because it must have forced Sony and Marvel's hand into releasing this trailer fucking finally. But yeah, here it is. It's here, it's good, looks good. The internet seems to like it a lot. Reddit seems to like it a lot. I seem to like it a lot. I've watched it a few times now. Still can't really make heads or tails of a lot of it. It seems like it's going to be a tale of two movies. This trailer even is kind of split into two segments. You've got Peter as Peter, and everybody knows Peter is Spider-Man. And how's he going to deal with that? He's in a police prison interrogation room sort of thing. More theory that Charlie Cox's Daredevil is going to be in it as his lawyer, because obviously he gets out of it somehow. Because, of course, people think he killed Mysterio, as they all saw on the video. So obviously he gets out of that somehow and goes and finds Doctor Strange. Sanctum Sanctorum is all snowy for some reason. I don't really understand that. Not a lot of Ned. Not a lot of Ned in this. Remember when everyone was like, oh, Ned's going to be the big villain because he lost a lot of weight? Maybe he just lost a lot of weight to like feel better about himself and just be generally healthier. Like, I don't know. I don't think he has to be a villain for that. So let's go through it. Let's have a look. I wish I could I wanted to do a live reaction, but it was released 2 hours into a 9-hour shift, so that wasn't very helpful to me personally. Oh, the audio is going to come through the microphone. Bloody hell. I've got no audio. What a disaster. I should have tested that. Anyway, yeah, Sanctum Sanctorum for some reason is all snowy. Here we got black and gold suit by the look of it. He's like running through it looks like a nursing home. Anyway, black and gold suit. You can't really see much of it. He like whips his mask off. Someone is like, hey, the bad guy's that way for some reason. Which bad guy is it? There seems to be a plethora of bad guys in this one. Look, everyone's crowding around. Hey, Spider-Man, Peter. Everyone knows I'm Peter. So he goes to Doctor Strange and he's like, hey, cast a spell and make everyone forget that I'm Spider-Man. Seems pretty easy for Doctor Strange, but Wong is like, hey, I'm about to go and be in Shang-Chi. Don't you do this while I'm in Shang-Chi. But then, of course, they do it anyway. It's funny, we all thought Sylvie in the TV series Loki, Sylvie was the one to, fuck up the timeline and start the multiverse. But it looks like it was absolutely, in the most Spider-Man thing ever, Spider-Man, like Peter Parker, just is a bumbling idiot and fucks up Strange doing the spell. And, kicks off the whole multiverse of madness. Strange mentions, we don't know much about a multiverse. It's just a theory. What does he say? He says something like dangerously understudied or some shit. I really wish I had audio. It's just, what a nightmare. Thank God I watched it before this. Anyway, yeah, it looks great, man. Like, very Doctor Strangey. So this is where, I don't think it'll be two halves. I think it'll be, the beginning is Peter dealing with everyone knowing he's Spider-Man. Maybe a bit of villain set up there, but I really do think it'll just be Peter focused. And then maybe 40 minutes, that seems like a lot. Maybe 40 minutes of that, and then he goes and finds Strange. Maybe sprinkled in there'll be some villain stuff being set up. I don't know, man. because we get to the villains, villains, the villains that we know of. We get, oh, look at that, that's fucking great, man. Big Doctor Strangey building city falling in on itself. Looks fucking great. So we know Alfred Molina as Doc Ock is in it. We know Willem Dafoe's Green Goblin is in it. Don't see him or hear him, but you see his little pumpkin bomb straight out of the first Spider-Man movie. It's great, honestly. They fucking made every single hair that's ever been on my body stand up. We see a bit of Electro. Electro's lightning is yellow now, which does suggest a pretty sizable redesign. We're not going to get the dubstep voice. We're not going to get weird Fishman. There's a bit where Doctor Strange like astral body punches Spider-Man. You know, he does that thing Tilda Swinton does to him. And he goes, "Ooh," and then his body comes out in his spirit. Spider-Man's holding some sort of MacGuffin, some sort of box. I don't know what's in that box. I couldn't tell you for $1,000,000. New suit, by the way, one of the new suits, super like, I don't know, man, like it's really black. It's mostly black, to be honest, with a bit of red highlight. I don't want to be the internet. I don't like siding with the internet, but I don't like it. It's just losing personality by just being black. It just looks a bit shit, I think, personally. And then we got the Iron Spider again. Iron Spider's back from Infinity War. Again, that's just a convenience thing because he doesn't need to suit up. It just forms around him. I love the Iron Spider suit, but I don't like that. I don't like how it just appears around him. I think it's stupid and too convenient. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't look particularly good until it's fully formed, and then the Iron Spider with the big legs. You would assume he's using those big legs for his fight against Doc Ock, because, you know, it's kind of similar. Doc Ock's got big forearms hanging out. Then there's this, it like cuts to Happy, and then it cuts to Spider-Man somewhere as Peter Parker, and then something runs at him. Let's slow it down. I'm going to slow it way down to 25. It looks bipedal. It's so dark. I mean, it looks like Venom, but it won't be Venom. It's almost certainly not Venom. But fuck, it kind of looks like Venom. It's so dark. It could be the lizard, but you can't really see its tail. And, you know, they're both in the Sinister. Why can't I say that? I can never say it. They're both in the Sinister Six, you know, here and there. Like, fucking everyone's been in that party before. But then there's like a shield. He's being shielded, presumably by Strange. Maybe it's just I don't know, maybe he's trying to bust through from another universe in to attack Peter. Yeah, then we got yellow lightning, or sort of white lightning, bringing up what appears to be Sandman. It might not be Sandman at all. It might just be an explosion from under the ground. Spider-Man's in his magic Strange suit, the black and gold one. Who knows? Is Thomas Jane's Sandman in it? We don't know. Then, I'm still playing it in 0.25 speed. So then there seems to be a big confrontation on a highway overpass. You know, pretty standard Marvel. Fuck, that pumpkin bomb looks so good, doesn't it? Yeah, they're in Newark, New Jersey on an overpass. There's a lot of not much happening. He's talking to some lady, and then you get the Doc Ock arms, fully CG. And there he is, Alfred Molina. I still just like that smile. You can't fake that, you know? There he is. He looks fucking great, man. De-aging. They're hiding a lot of the de-aging with his glasses, I think. You know, you can tell it's not Alfred Molina now if you've seen him recently. Like, what's the most recent thing? Promising Young Woman, I guess. He doesn't look like this at all, so some de-aging there, and he says, "Hello, Peter." So, a couple of things can be gleaned from this. One is that Reddit said this and it just got stuck in my head, and now it's in my head and I will never think anything else until I see the movie, is that he's talking to Tobey Maguire and Tom Holland's not there at all. He's off doing his own thing, and Tobey Maguire faces off with Doc Ock, probably gets killed because Toby's not going to come back again, is he? Or because, you know, the multiverse is folding in on itself, it all just folds in to the current MCU universe, and they're just aware of, they've seen what's going on. They know that little Tom Holland is Peter Parker, is Spider-Man. But I like the Tobey Maguire theory more, of course. No hints at all to Andrew Garfield, aside from Electro, really. But we don't see Electro. And I have a feeling they're going to redesign Green Goblin, if it's Willem Dafoe at all. I don't think he'll be back in the Green Power Rangers suit, which breaks my heart a little bit. It's ridiculous and it doesn't fit into this canon at all. It would stick out like a sore thumb. But, you know, Mysterio was pretty faithful and silly, but in a cool way, that fits in with this universe. So I think, fuck it, it's a multiverse, man. Like, Green Goblin can look absolutely ridiculous in his Green Power Rangers suit, and everyone will just be like, fuck yeah, he's back. That's him. Apparently he's the main villain. I'm not sure about that. I try not to go into any more leaks or anything, because you can get lost in there for days, can't you? And then just absolutely none of it comes through, and you go into the movie with all these ideas in your head and probably ruin it for yourself. I've already got my Tobey Maguire greeting Doc Ock theory in my head, and that will probably not come to fruition at all, and I'll be disappointed a little bit. The weight of expectation of this trailer, I was disappointed in this trailer, even though it's great, and you see just enough, it's just sprinkled enough, you get just enough to start these theories going in your head. But even still, I was just like, oh, okay, all of that for nothing. I don't know why they held this off for so long. Maybe it was really tough what to actually show, because there's so much happening. Hopefully that's the case, and they just went, just don't show much at all. Show a lot of Doctor Strange throwing trains around or something. Got that theme, the original Spider-Man theme, but in the cool MCU way. It's pretty great. So what do we got? We got, in the Electro blowing up thing, there's some police and there's a Daily Bugle van. So it appears Electro is none too pleased about something happening. Can't really tell where it is either, but fuck, he looks like he's doing a number on it. Yeah, and then I don't know what this train sequence will be. Like, Doctor Strange doesn't have his cape on and he looks pretty pissed at Spider-Man. So maybe it's a multiversal Doctor Strange and they're having a biffo. You just don't know. What is that thing jumping at him? I want to know so bad. I'm gonna look at it in some different lighting and try and light it up. I'm sure someone on the internet has done that. I don't know why I said I would do that. I'm not going to. So anyway, my theory is 40 minutes or so, maybe a bit less, of Peter struggling with police and stuff, trying to clear his name for killing Mysterio, dealing with, the pressure of being in the public eye, just getting too much, and him going, hey, I'll go to Doctor Strange, and then the next 2 hours of the movie. I would love for this movie to go for 3 hours. I know all we do is talk about how movies are too long these days. I want this movie to just go forever. Yeah, and then the next 2 hours will be Doctor Strange and Spider-Man bickering and making jokes and trying to fix whatever they've done. I don't know how they'd fix it. I guess Strange has to find a new spell or something. I don't think that's Sandman. I hate to rain on everyone's parade, but I think it's just the lightning causing dirt to fly up, and Sony and Marvel put that in there to make people think it's Sandman. But who knows? It's definitely Sinister 6 is happening. Who's in it, we don't know, because we don't see the Vulture in this trailer. We don't see Scorpion, who was teased at the end of Homecoming in this trailer. They did the shocker twice in Homecoming and killed both of them, so that's not happening. In the wide shot, in the very wide shot on the overpass after the explosion, I was hoping you'd see a goblin or something zipping around, but you don't. Maybe it's just not in the visual effects yet. But anyway, the trailer is good. It's a very good trailer. It still disappointed me a little bit. I knew they weren't going to show if Toby's in it, which pretty much a guarantee at this point. He is. They were never going to show him, were they? Like, why would you do that? You know, like, why would you give away what everyone wants? You've got to get people in somehow, and if everyone wants Toby, then they're going to pay money to go and see this movie and see if Toby's in it. Oh man, Doc Ock just looks so good, doesn't he? Fucking hell, it's so nice to see him again, and just the tingles, it's just giving me all over. I had burning eyes when I first saw it at work today, huddled around my phone. Oh, my voice is cracking a little bit. So, I'm expecting a lot from this movie. I was expecting too much for the trailer and I was let down. I don't think the movie will let me down no matter what they do. I am so feverish for this movie. And, you know, there's enough in it already. In that it's a Spider-Man movie. In that they're doing Sinister Six. In that everyone knows Peter is Spider-Man. In that Doctor Strange is in it. You know, Doctor Strange is my top 3 MCU movies, I'd say. It's probably third. So, you know, I'm fucking all about Doctor Strange being in this as much as possible. And yeah, I'm just so curious to see what they do with it, man. Like, it's going to be a long-ass wait till December, hopefully this year. This trailer seems to say this Christmas. It seems to really believe... Well, I guess, yeah, fucking New South Wales isn't the absolute hub of the world, is it? Like, if New South Wales can't get it, they don't give a fuck. They're still going to release it. Everywhere else can have it, so who gives a shit? But yes, we will be getting it in a few months. It's a long, long wait. Hopefully the next trailer sprinkles a little bit more in, but not too much more, just some more. Anyway, I don't feel like I said anything about this trailer other than I'm really excited about it, and I fucking love looking at Alfred Molina. He's paused on my screen right now, just staring at him. Just staring at him. I can't get enough of it. I can't stop watching that reveal. Yeah, if Green Goblin's the main villain, I wonder why. I wonder what like, why is there a villain? What are they trying to do, you know? Why are they trying to get Spider-Man if he's with Doctor Strange? Like, surely they would all be like, man, this wizard he's with is fucking heaps powerful. So obviously that box he's holding in that scene earlier just has something to do with it. Who fucking knows? I don't think anyone knows. Even the people who worked on this movie are just like, man, there's so much secrecy. I don't know what the final product is. But anyway, next trailer, I'll hopefully do a live one. Hopefully it'll make more sense than this. But yeah, good trailer. Looks like it's going to be a good movie. Spider-Man No Way Home. You like that podcast. We'll talk about it more with Adam on the main show on the weekend. Stay tuned on Thursday for Batman Forever. And that's it. That's everything. Spider-Man, yay!